Hello, in this video I will show you a demo sample page of a code style, how you can use on your project. This is a demo, it's one of my projects and real life demo, and you can create your own project code style based on this demo, or you can change it as you want. So what we will start. This is a project, it's based on JavaScript, and the main library is a React, and for linting tool we used ESLint. This code style is especially for frontend and for React, but you can change it for your own purpose. It may be for your own language or for frontend or backend. It doesn't matter, you can change it as you want, but the main idea is that there are some sections, there are some points, and when you understand what you can add to your code style, then you can extend it as you want for your own purposes. Here is my sample of code style. I created it in a Google Docs, and you can use the same approach, or you can create your own document and put it to your source code and share it with your code. It doesn't matter, it depends as your team wants. You can create as you want or your team wants. So what do we have? It's a title, of course, and we have the next sections. It's libs, libraries and tools to use, naming and consistency, support and maintainability, and we added ESLint rules, and also some sections for performance. You can add the different sections. Everything is based on your experience, on project requirements and team experience, what they want to add here. So what's important here that I want to mention, that naming and consistency, let's start from libraries. Here you can share libraries you are going to use. In this case I added, for example, Bootstrap for some common colors. Everything what is styled for styling is taken from this library. For some shared components I used in different projects, we can create some separate repository with this library components and use it in your project. Don't create a copy for your own project. Also here what we can mention, it's event handlers. Here is mentioned how you should name your event handlers functions. It should be verbs, start with verbs. Also the next one, it's get functions. All of them should be pure functions, so it means without any dependencies and shared state. Pure functions is the best practices for such approach because it's easily to test and maintain it. So naming for functions, for naming for Boolean variables, usually it should start with is. So is valid, is error, is something. It's a good practice. Also for functions that returns Boolean values, you can use prefix has. In this case, has empty field. For constants, we use this approach with uppercase, but you can use it based on your language or some specification specifically for your language or project or what your team wants to do. Also, what's interesting, it's some constants, they are shared or in your specific component, so also fragment or React allows to do such thing. And for French, if we don't have translation for French, for example, we use translation for English and add a fair prefix. And it's just in my case, for my team, for my project, you can change it as much as you want. It doesn't matter, you can add anything you want. Also for support and maintainability, we mentioned that we need to add prop types always and define default prop types. Also we write display name for style components, and we're using style components instead of inline styles. It's a good approach and it worked for us very good. Also every to do, if you leave in code a comment with to do, you have to add a link to Jira ticket or any other ticket tracking system you are using, and then you will know why this to do is added and what can be done or changed in your code in the future. Maybe it's time to update it and refactor, because usually it's technical data which should be updated. Again, pure functions we are using. Also, as I mentioned before, ESLint rules. The specific rules you want to follow, and do not do it manually. You create a file with these rules and the ESLint will check it. And here we added just some extended rules. We can use Airbnb approach, Airbnb best practices, and then just extend with the rules we want, specifically for us, what we liked. And some for performance, it doesn't matter, you can add something else. So it's a sample of this code style. This is a Google document, and if you want to add the link for this document to your documentation, for example, you can open your project. Let's take a look at this project. You can open your project, and here in your README file you can add sections, for example, code style, and insert a link to your document. And always all team members will know where to find the code style, and you can refer to this document in your code review or in discussion how your code should be done. So you can use this approach, and you can extend it as much as you want, specifically for your team and for yourself. Thank you for watching.